gotta get it, cause I gotta get it. What's going on? It's your boy SB. So yes, you have read that title correctly. My position at Amazon Corporate, AZ83, what up? Shout out to AZ83 in the building, has been cut. Have I not been telling y'all? Have we not been watching my videos? Have y'all been paying attention? I'm not gonna lie. Right now, I feel I need a robe. Not just any robe. I need like a religious robe. You feel me? Like everything that I've been talking about has been happening. So I'm putting it on my list, my to buy list. I'm gonna buy a religious robe. The entrance video gonna have me in a robe. I'm gonna be sitting here like, candles in the back. Like, yo, I'm over here telling the future. Yo, all right. So in all seriousness, yes, this wasn't supposed to be today's video. I actually had another video planned. Funny because if I would have posted that video, it was off of something else at corporate that was great news, but this just contradicted that. So I'm not even going to talk about that because it's like out the window, but I should talk about it to hold people accountable. Like, wait, you just said this, but I won't because I got love for my company. But what we are going to talk about is, yes, my position got cut, not just for one person. This was the actual position title, which was over, I don't want to state how many people and all that because that's, inside stuff, but I was in that title, so I was a part of that cut. What does this mean? Do we still have jobs? Was this like the Zoom call where employees got fired? We're going to talk about that. Before we talk about that, I'm going to read some policy just to make sure that this is said. So I just want to cover my bases. Let me go ahead and put this up and we're going to read this together. Good old company policies. Let's go ahead and read this real quick. Social media policy. I'm going to read the important part that I need to say. In order to avoid implication that anything you post represents the views of the company itself, we maintain the following requirements. If the company is a subject of the content you are creating, be clear and open about the fact that you are an employee and make it clear that your views do not represent those of the company, customers, or suppliers. So I would like to make this clear. I am just an employee. My views and any views on the videos where I talk about Amazon do not reflect the views of the company. And I am in no way representing the company nor a spokesman. I'm just little old SB. So let's talk about it. So what do I mean when I say I told y'all? You like, wait, you talked about cuts and you talked about layoffs and you talked about all this stuff, but I didn't really hear you say nothing about, AZ83. One reason why I didn't talk about AZ83 is because, I don't know, it's my building. That's where I work. And this was talked about, but not publicly. And a few reasons for that. One of the main reasons is I am a firm believer that our words do have power. We have to be careful what we speak over ourselves, what we speak out into the universe. You should be very careful about your words. So that's one reason. I didn't want to speak over my current situation that I work in, like, this building looks a little shaky, and I'm sitting in that building. I didn't want to speak that. So we kept that private and offline. So I am always going to keep that more so to myself because I work there and I don't want any issues with the actual place that I'm working at. So the reason why I called this had nothing to do with any inside information. Only the information that I've been talking about on this page for the last 3 months. I've been talking about this. And the whole reason that sparked my interest on looking deeper into the situation, looking deeper into Amazon's pockets by their public quarterly reports. You feel me? I wasn't at work on the computer trying to break in and hack into the system. No, by their open quarterly reports, logically, when they posted it last quarter and they said, we need to make adjustments. We will be making adjustments. And they didn't say what those adjustments were. I had just common sense and started telling people like, hey, if you should probably get your resume ready if you work for any company out there, because it's not just Amazon. All these companies are reducing headcount, cutting costs. Now, first thing, was this a cut? Are they cutting costs? I cannot say that. That is not what they said. And I'm not going to state what they said because it was done on work time. That was a meeting. I'm not going to display nothing they said, but I will give my opinion on it. And I will state the fact. They did not say, hey, we are cutting costs and they didn't say none of that. What happened is, in my opinion, we got the corporate runaround. Even before I get into that, I'm going to say, first off, I'm gonna give a hand clap to Amazon. You like, wait a second, you just got cut from a position, which probably means if it's a whole title position, other people did as well. Why are you giving them a hand clap? First off, I'm gonna give them a hand clap because nobody lost their job. We've seen countless of companies who are reducing headcount, and what they do, they terminate, they cut. Okay, this department's done. Thanks guys for your time. That's it. So what happened in my situation? We are being repositioned. What does this sound like? Did I not just make a video like a week ago, maybe 2, where I said why you shouldn't leave Amazon for the very reason of what I'm going through right now? I told y'all, don't leave Amazon, because if anything, Amazon, in my opinion, is more recession proof than most jobs out here. If I was at a company doing my job description and then this department got cut, they may not be able, most likely they're not able to sustain however many headcount in this department to go fill them in other departments, because that wouldn't even make sense logically. Okay, you cut a department, but all the people are still there. You're still paying for them. That would defeat their purpose of trying to cut costs. So that's why I made that video like 4 or 5 videos ago where I said you should stay at Amazon if you work there, for this very reason. Not just for my situation. All the videos I've been making about buildings being closed, these people are being repositioned. But this is for right now. We're still in quarter 2. Remember, I said this is just the beginning. I'm gonna get there. But as of now, people are being repositioned. This would not happen at a smaller company. So I want to start this video off. Salute to Amazon. That's what I'm talking about. Because there's a company, they did a Zoom call, fired, I think it was like 1,000 people on that Zoom call. We did not get that, but we were on that same type of call. So that right there was already a red flag. So it was a few days ago, and all of a sudden we get the notification, hey, on our day off, we are having a mandatory meeting. A mandatory meeting out of nowhere. Nothing was talked about right before a big transition that was taking place, because we were supposed to be working from home for 3 months. So as soon as that notification happened, especially with it being that notification was not given out 24 hours in advance of the meeting, it's one of a few things, but whatever it is, it's something that's big. And then when I seen the names involved in that call, I was like, yes, they're about to announce some big news. So like I said, at least the news was not, hey, this department is done and you guys no longer work here. So how did I know that this position would eventually be cut? In my opinion, this was no inside information. So all I did was think logically. Now, this is where I need everybody to listen up, whether you work at Amazon or not. Look at your job. If you have a department, what are you doing? Can that be done with less people? Can that be done without you? These are things that you need to look at in your job position that you work right now, in the department of whatever company you're at right now. And if you look and you take inventory and that inventory sheet says, oh snap, they don't really need me to do this job. Guarantee somebody above you knows that. If you can take inventory in your job position and find out I'm not needed for this job, somebody above you knows that. And as I've been screaming on this channel, the economic situation that we're in, all companies are evaluating and doing inventory checks right about now. So if you know this, they know this. And hopefully it doesn't get cut. But there's a chance that it can. And why do I say that? Because look up layoffs taking place right now. I haven't posted all of them just because I'm trying to keep this still a journey of like my life, not layoff life's going on. But there's a whole lot of them that's taking place. And when you look into it, because all I'm doing is observing public information. I'm observing all the people that's getting cut. I'm looking into that company. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, I can see that was cut because they were no longer needed. They did not really need that there. But like I said, with my company, they didn't say this was due to that. They said all type of other stuff, and it had nothing to do with cuts, nothing to do with financial problems, none of that stuff at all. I'm giving my personal opinion and the opinion that I have stated on this channel, which I am not a representation of Amazon or anything like that. Go look at the first layoff video that I did, and I said in there, it's like I was looking at all the other companies, and I said, wait a second, does my position at my job fit this same description? And then I'll leave it at that. So everybody, you need to do the same thing. Look and see if your job is needed. And if it's not, don't quit. But as I've been saying in every layoff video, build your resume, get out there and start looking. So the reason why I made this video also is for like I just said, for myself, like what does happen next? You feel me? Like I'm kind of excited too, like, yo, how is this going to turn out? And I'm very thankful that I took my own advice, how I told people, start looking for another job, create other streams of income. I'm proud of myself that I took that advice, because honestly, it sucks when stuff like this happens, because I've been in that point where you're not prepared and you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what's going on. Stress will literally grip you, and that's very unhealthy for your body, mental, and for your mind mentally. There's people who put themselves in the hospital because they stress too much. But I can literally say I'm not stressed. First off, because shout out to Amazon, they didn't just fire everybody, but it's like I have different things going on to where it's like, okay, well, if the worst case scenario did happen in that, I have this over here, which this next video that will be coming up is the announcement of what I've been talking about. But I'm going to let the next video talk about that. But you always want to try to prepare for things like this. First off, get this straight. No company cares about you more than profit, cares about you more than the bottom line. Now, the people in the positions of that company may care. They may have a certain feeling, but they have to carry out commands. This is why I'm so balanced in my view of Amazon. I'm so balanced in the view of when it comes to the workspace, because a lot of people who get in a situation, they end up getting mad at the manager. They're mad at this person way up there, and they're mad at the person who delivered the message. They have to deliver the message. Like, that's what they get paid to do. You can't be mad at them for delivering the message, because you want to be honest, they got to worry about that same situation as well. Don't think because somebody way up here in the company, they position ain't on the line. Honestly, as I said in videos before, they position is on the line more than the people on the bottom. As an example, for Amazon, they need their packers more than they need some people that's up here just overseeing some stuff, is all I'm trying to say. And that's just my opinion, no internal information. So what does this do for me? This does present some new challenges that I did not expect. Now, I knew this was going to happen. Me and a few other coworkers, we knew this was going to happen. 100% sure we knew this was going to happen. We projected it to be a little bit later. Do you remember? Check my old videos. Do you remember when I say that Amazon would have its worst peak season? I was planning around that time, because that's when usually things come to a halt after peak season. So I'm like, okay, well, at least we'll make it to peak season. You feel me? I'm gonna get some stuff in order, and then we'll ride off into the sunset, and whatever happens, happens. Ultimately, when we go into our new positions, we can still work from home. But the thing is, you have like 3 months of training and this and that and all this other stuff that goes on. Not really a big deal, but it is a challenge, because when I calculate my gas money I was saving and this and this and this and this, another challenge, which is like, oh my gosh, I do not want to go through this again, is learning the new department. Hopefully, it ain't no hopefully, I'm going to make sure this time, whatever department I go into, I'm not getting no 5, 6, 7 trainers this time. My trainer 6 months ago, I'm still paying for that today. So going into this new department, I will make sure all training, everything is solidified before I get out of this training. I'm not going to just be like, all right, cool, I'll figure out as I go. No, ain't none of that going down this time. But on the plus side, another thing that they did do that was super dope, we will be keeping our schedules. So like I'm saying, they really, I believe, there's one thing where I don't think they handled this the right situation, but I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it publicly. So with that being said, what this honestly does to me is another reminder. These companies can do what they want to do when they want to do it. That's why it's so important, especially for your livelihood, especially if you got a family, make sure that you are covered and prepared for whatever can happen. But because I knew this was going to happen, that is why I start putting applications in. Most people don't put in applications, or most people don't update their resume. Why? Because they think they have this false sense of security. I don't really need to do it right now. Yeah, all that's going on over there. Yeah, SB is saying all that, but I think I'm pretty cool. I did it because I seen this coming. So another thing I want to encourage everybody, you work at Amazon or not, or whatever other company, you work at Tesla, you work at any tech company, any company you at, get out of this security mindset. This is a new economic situation that we are still stepping into. I said that plenty of times. We are still at the beginning of this. You know, the Fed say this can go on. They said at least 2024, at the least 2024, and some projected to go longer than that. And because the climate does not show security. That's not on the 7-day weather forecast, y'all. I'm sorry. We got not secure, rainy, storm. Oh, security. Oh, a slight chance of security. Oh, wait, no, that's insecurity. He cleaned the little thing real quick, like, oh, no, sorry, guys. And I'm ending it off with this. What should we do? What should we, the people, the workers do? Amazon, this company. Not my building. No, hold on. I ain't talking to nobody at AZA3. I'm not giving you guys any advice. This is not, why do I say that? Because I don't want to be deemed the one, he's leading the pack. No, I ain't leading nothing. You feel me? Listen, I encourage Amazon workers, don't leave Amazon. I got a whole video on that. You don't need to go nowhere. But what you should probably do, not talking to AZA3, the others, update your resume and start to look for other jobs to work part-time. I would encourage every single person, if you're physically able, mentally able to work somewhere else part-time or take overtime at your job, if they're offering overtime, if it's Amazon, if they're offering overtime, you need to do that. Save up to pay off debt. Save up to have a cushion. You need to have my goal, I'm trying to have at least, the very least, 3 months stacked up to make sure I can pay my mortgage. I can pay all necessities for 3 months if zero income comes in for that amount of time. But the more cushion, the better, because when you operate under stress, that's never good. That will filter to your family. That will filter to your friends. You want to be prepared as possible so whatever takes place, you're not stressed. The boat could be sinking. You sitting there talking about sipping a smoothie. Like, hey, man, they like, yo, you not the boat sinking. Oh, yeah, man, I know. I got my little floaty boat over there, man. I'm just, kind of just here chopping up with y'all before I hop on my little boat and take off. You know what I mean? Like, we have to be prepared. Be sure to like, be sure to subscribe, be sure to hit the notification bell. Tomorrow's video is going to be me actually giving an update on the second job that I'm trying to get for this very reason that's taking place. Isn't that ironic how the very thing, anyways, be sure to subscribe. Yes, I'm an artist. This is my song that's about to come on. It's called Whoa, off my project called Motivated. Going to be in the description area. Be sure to click that, go stream it, go show some love. This is your boy SB. I'm gonna see you in the next video. Let's go.
Look, they say I couldn't do it, but I did. Turn stacks to a crib. Yeah, going up, going in. Let them sleep, bedtime, tuck them in.